Real estate investing for under $100. That's right, under $100. And don't front. I know you got $100. All right, listen. Musilo Tala, real estate developer, real estate investor, back with another video. Remember, like, subscribe, share this video with anybody that you know that's trying to get started or want to take their real estate business to another level. Now, I'm talking about investing in real estate with under $100. It's many different strategies today. This is for the beginner. This is for the person that just want to get started. All right. So I want you guys to follow me while I paint this picture. Investing, you have $100 and you have some spare time. All right. The first thing you're going to do is this. You're going to get in your car and you're going to gas up the tank. All right. $20, $25, whatever. And if you don't have a car, you can take a bus. And what I want you to do is I want you to find a neighborhood that's on the come up, a neighborhood that's being rejuvenated, a neighborhood that's kind of hot. You understand? So I want you to walk that neighborhood. I want you to drive that neighborhood. And this is what I want you to do with your $25 worth of gas. I want you to write down every property that's ugly, vacant, or owed. You understand? Those three things: ugly, vacant, owed. You understand? Because the opportunity lies there. If it's a vacant land, it's an opportunity. If it's an ugly property, it's an opportunity. If it's a vacant property, it's an opportunity. So you're going to write that down. You're going to drive this area. You're going to create a list. That's it. You're going to create a list of ugly properties. If you see an ugly gas station, write it down. If you see an ugly restaurant, write it down. If you see an ugly house, write it down. If you see a vacant piece of land that's just empty for no reason, let's say it's a house on one side and it's another house on the other side, but in the middle is vacant, write it down. Right? It costs you nothing. Now that you're creating this list, you're going to have this list. The next step is going to be this. Take the list that you wrote down from the neighborhood that you drove, go to your favorite lounge spot. It could be a coffee shop. It could be a smoothie place, wherever that you may want to go, and just sit down and you can relax and you can open your computer and you can have some computer time where you're going to be undisturbed. While you're there, you're going to pull out your list and you're going to do some research. You're going to continue to enhance your list. Every property that you wrote down, you can go to the tax assessor website. Every county has a tax assessor website. When you go to the tax assessor website, you can look up the property owners. And now let's just say you have 100 properties, right? So now you spent $25 on gas. You went to your favorite coffee drink place. You spent $5 on a drink. Maybe some people spent more. And the next thing you're going to do, you're going to do the research on the tax assessor website to all for the properties. So now that you got this list, you're going to do the research and say, okay, I know the owners of this property now. Now you're going to spend $50. Let's just say you have a list of 100. I think stamps cost like 50 cents now. You're going to spend $50 on 100 stamps. Now you have a mailing list. You understand? You have a mailing list where you can mail out and make contact. And now that you have a mailing list, you can contact each one of those owners through the mail. You can either mail it or you could do your Googles and try to find your phone number and contact them directly. That's another option. And that way, if you do your Googles and you find a phone number, you save the $50. So now you investing in real estate for the cost of gas and your drink. Right? Very simple. Okay, so now that you have your list, you can either mail to them, you can write a letter, or you can just send them a postcard. A postcard is cheaper than the actual letter. You understand? So now you have your first point of contact. Now keep in mind the rate of return on a mailing campaign is 2%. But guess what? If you spent $25 on gas and $5 on a drink, and $50 on stamps, and you ended up getting one property from that, it's well worth it. You understand? It's well worth it. Now, here's the thing. I know everybody wants the glitz and the glam, right? Everybody wants the glitz and the glam in real estate, but not on the first deal. You understand? If you want the glitz and the glam, you got to work your way up, just like any other business. You understand? You got to work your way up to that. Of course, there's other ways to get money, to borrow money for you to buy a property, but we're not talking about that yet. We're talking about having you develop a skill of finding property. You understand? And once you get that property, now you have something of value to sell to someone else. You understand? And all it cost you was $25 in gas, your $5 drink, and $50 in stamps. That's under $100. Now, listen to me. I will be misleading you if the first thing that I told you to do because you wanted to invest in real estate was to go out and get a loan for $100,000 or $200,000, knowing that you don't have the experience to manage that money or manage the debt. I will be 100% misleading you, telling you that's the first thing you should do. You can work your way up to that, of course. Where I'm telling you to start doesn't mean you have to stay there. You understand? I'm just saying how you can get started with little money. Now that you're getting started and you created this first list, I suggest you create another one and another one. And maybe you can do one weekly so that you can have a lot of leads coming your way. Now, I know some people are like, that's for the very, very, very first beginners. Now, here's another thing. Here's another way to invest. Let's say you have $15,000 to invest. You can partner up with somebody else that's already investing with your $15,000. Most of the time when you see a builder or a fix and flip guy that's fixing a house or flipping, he has a loan, which means he has payments. If you had $10,000 to $15,000, you can partner up with that builder or that flipper to say, hey, I can cover some of your loan payments, but give me a percentage on the back end. You understand? Now, here's why it's a safe investment. The lender has already lent that construction person or the fix and flipper some money to do the whole project. If you step in as a side investment, your money is backed by the original loan, which makes it a safe investment because somebody already gave him $100,000, $115,000, or $200,000 to do the renovation. So now you're coming in as just a small percentage. So you can say, I have $15,000, I can help you with your payments, and you can give me a percentage of the back end. It could be 10%, it could be 15%. That's still better than nothing. And guess what? You're working and you're learning. Before you jump out there and take out a loan of $150,000 or $200,000 by yourself for the first time. All right. So it's multiple different ways to invest. I just wanted to give you one way to really get started, just to show you that you don't need much money to get started. Real estate is about the hustle. Hustle. You got to hustle. If you want to eat, you're going to have to hustle. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this video with anybody. I'm bringing you another video. I've been doing these videos almost daily. This is amazing for me because I'm so busy that I really don't have time to come and set the camera up and get and talk to you guys all the time. But I'm making time because this is another level of investing in myself and branding myself. So that's why I'm sharing these videos and giving you guys value. And I hope you find it valuable. All right, Musalotala. Visit my website, sign up for a free consultation, www.musalotala.com.